What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Stellar Lumens XLM today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 5th day of August. Here we are with about 21 hours, 21 minutes left in the day. 41 cents is the price, and you are moving up at a nice pace, man. 2 days ago, we moved up 8.8%. Yesterday, moved up 3.6%. It's pretty nice. Overall, very well-formed bull flag pattern here. Love to see it. Absolutely glorious. If we're looking at this from a relative low here to a relative high, relative low to high there, you bounced right off the 382. Man, that is a perfect reaction. That is such a good reaction. Now, here's the tricky part, right? Because you're at the 236. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but whenever you go from the 382 to the 236, if you are to come back down, typically that means you go to the golden ratio. So let's not do that. Let's not do that, okay? Let's, at the most, come down a little bit, form a higher low, maybe a double bottom, something like that, but we need to get above the 236. Let's today, in fact, maybe move down a little bit and then come back up and close above the 236. Wouldn't that be nice? Get above 42.1 cents on a daily closing basis. Once you do that, you effectively validate this as the low. You validate the notion that you're breaking out of this bull flag. And when you break out, man, you should be moving up. I think the measure move, if I remember correctly, is 88 cents, right? Let's do that real quick. Let's take the measure move. I would say this bull flag started here from this low to this high right here, right? Low to high. Take it, put it at the base of the flag. 80 cents, my bad, not 88. 80 cents. So that's the measure move, 80 cents. Now, measure moves are not requirements. You can fall short of measure moves. You can exceed measure moves, right? You can stop right there, consolidate, and then continue past that. You know what I mean? Anything and everything is possible. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. We'll zoom back out to the daily time frame and see where we're going. But overall, I like what I'm seeing here. I really do like what I'm seeing here as far as XLM is concerned. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. I feel like Bitcoin just isn't moving. Okay. It is moving. I'm just impatient. I've seen that 114.63 for the last minute or two now. Like looking at it here. See, yeah, it has been. It's been a few minutes. So I'm like, are you going to move? You're just moving sideways. I mean, even on the 1 minute time frame, that's pretty neutral, right? That's some pretty neutral stuff. Uh-oh, we're about to drop, guys. Or pump, one of the two. I wonder, is there buying? Let me actually see here. Is there a buy wall or a sell wall? Looks like there's more of a buy wall. We'll probably dump. Then, yeah. Because buy walls, what happens is they accumulate, and then once they go away, through the floor, man. Anyways, I could be wrong on that, but 114.6K on XOs, on Bitcoin. 41 cents on XLM. It's going to get there, man. 114K one day. Probably not. But looking at this here on the 1 hour time frame, the RSI is coming down, okay? A little bit of a double top there in the overbought area. Coming down, you are at a relative area where I would expect you to find support because you have this like lower low, lower high kind of dynamic going on. I would anticipate you come back up to the 60 level on the RSI on the 1 hour time frame. So maybe the coming hours will be a little bit bullish. You're in a kind of area that you'd expect to find support, right? Right here. I bet that's what you do. Okay, so yeah. Let's look at this real quick. Either that or you are going to continue to move down. You're going to break out of your little bullish trend, but to the downside, or bearish trend to the downside there. You've got support on this line. You found support here. You found support here. I bet you'll find less support here, and then you'll move through, and then you'll find support, and then you'll move up. The best time to buy, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, is not on the trend line. It's actually just below the trend line, and I would suspect with that, perhaps what we see is a price as low as 40 cents. You're at 41 cents now, so nothing crazy. 41 or 40.3 cents, somewhere in there, right? With this low close, this high close, something, anything and everything in between. Maybe here, 39.9 cents. Nothing crazy, guys. We're talking about a 1 cent drop at the most. So that's good. What's going to happen, and maybe that doesn't even happen. Maybe you just continue to move sideways. These horizontal channels do form, and sometimes you're just range bound in this. But what you could see is some kind of fake out where you fake out below this, find support, and then come right back up. That should be the signal that you're moving up. I wouldn't be surprised at all if today, by the end of the day, we actually close this day green. And how you have a wick to the upside now, it would be in reverse effect. You'd actually have a wick to the downside. maybe a wick that goes right down to that wick right there, right at 40 cents. You come back up and close the day green. I would suspect that you do continue to rally. Looking at the 1 hour indicators, stochastics look bearish. MACD could continue going down. Overall, bullish MACD. Overall, bullish 1 hour RSI. Stochastics are going to take a little bit of a break. That's okay. Overall, bullish. Just take a little breather. 41 cents to 40 cents. That is a little breather. 4 hour time frame here. Rejecting the overbought zone. Can't really get any life. Come back down to the 50. Find support there. Get a little breather. Stochastics could come down. You know, that they could stay up as well. I think a move like that wouldn't actually take you out of this, and you can stay in the overbought zone on the stochastics for quite some time, right? You don't have to come out of this right now, so I'm okay with that. This is like the beginning here, just like over here. This is the beginning right there, and you just stayed here. You just continued to move. You moved sideways a little bit. You did move down a little bit, but you just like you're moving sideways and down a little bit here, but you still continued to move. MACD is looking like it wants to cross above the zero. Let's continue to move up higher and get this cross above the zero. Okay, looks like it wants to. So don't move down too much. I doubt you get below 40 cents. All the right criteria is there. Man, this thing has not moved. It just hasn't moved at all. What's going on? I need to look. I'm going to look again and see what this, if we got a buy wall or a sell wall. Hold on, let me see. No, the buy wall went away. Oh, it's back. Oh, it comes and goes and comes and goes. Okay, so there is some buying pressure. There is some sell wall too. I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to go down, guys. We're at that point. I think we would have found support. If we were going to find support, we would have done it already. So I think we're going to go down a little bit. But that's okay. I wouldn't be surprised if we went down below 114K. It's a rather big candle, though. When I see these big candles like this, 1 hour left, I think you could come back up and wick, right? Like this at one point was a big candle to the upside and you wicked down. Anyways, do not use that as analysis. That can be misleading a lot. You'll get stuck sometimes, man, if you think that way, or maybe you'll make a really good decision. Good risk management helps with anything. But daily time frame here, looking at this, I think you have all the right things going on. A little bit of a break is okay. Daily RSI looks ready to go, ready to rock and roll, more bullish than bearish. Stochastics are coming out of the oversold zone. You're in the band, absolutely. I believe that's your low, and I don't believe you're going lower. Bullish. MACD looks like it wants to scoop the zero. Bullish. All bullish things. All you have to do at this point now is get above the 236, right? And that from here, from this low to that high, 236 is at about 42.1 cents. Get a day to close above there, and you're home free. You're breaking above the 236. You're also breaking above this range. Once you do that, you should see a move that takes you all the way up to 80 cents and beyond. 80 cents is just where you're getting things started. Don't forget, overall, you have this bullish maneuver to break out of as well, or that you're breaking out of from a high here to a low there. 88 cents, that's where it comes from. 88 cents, 87 cents, 1272. $1.30, the 1618. I ultimately believe that Stellar Lumens is going to see targets something between the 1886 and 2272, something just below, if not just above $2. I don't think we get to 277, but I could see us stopping somewhere in the middle here at like 220 to 240 personally. And that should happen sometime in August. That's not end of cycle stuff, that's just sometime in August. Oh, hey, look, we moved up a little bit. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.